President BOLA AHMED TINUBU to arrive in Lagos on Tuesday for SALLAH festivities. Former Zamfara State Governor Abdulaziz Yari says he accepts his senatorial president defeat in good faith. 20.5 million new babies suffer low weight. On business news, Discos alerts consumers that they will increase electricity tariff next week. On international scene, gunmen killed 5 people in Kenya. On sport update, Manchester City wants Guardiola for £77 million. Hello and welcome to Standard Voice Television Newsroom. I'm Mukufta Mohammed. Barring any last-minute change, President BOLA AHMED TINUBU will return to the country on Tuesday, a day before the SALLAH celebrations. A source close to the presidency confirmed this to newsmen on Sunday, saying the president will spend the SALLAH holiday in Lagos, the nation's commercial hub. According to the source, an advance team has already been dispatched ahead of the president's arrival. On Friday, President TINUBU concluded his official trip to Paris, during which he participated in the summit for a new global financing pact hosted by French President Emmanuel Macron. The president used the opportunity of the summit to hold high-profile sideline meetings with fellow heads of states and government, global business leaders, and chief executives of leading multilateral and development finance institutions from around the world. He was initially scheduled to be back in Abuja Saturday, but proceeded to London, United Kingdom, for a short private visit. Officers of the Nigerian Drug Law Enforcement Agency have seized 5,344.1 kilograms of cannabis imported into the country in Lagos State in the southwest of the country. In a statement issued by the Public Relations Officer of the agency, Femi Babafemi, said that the agency received information about a truck carrying tobacco. He said that officials of the agency immediately ambushed the vehicle and seized 50 bags of marijuana weighing 2,434.1 kilograms on the Epe to Lekki Highway in the state. The statement said the driver of the car got out of it, where he got into a small Hilux model car that was accompanying his truck. The statement also continued that last Tuesday, the officers of the agency arrested a boat carrying tobacco weighing 2,910 kilograms at the Alpha Beach Resort when it arrived in the country from Ghana. Zamfara State pilgrims arrives in Mina on Monday morning for the commencement of the proper Hajj exercise. Mina is a place with tents where pilgrims across the world stay as part of the preparations of the day of Arafat, where the pilgrims are expected to converge on the Mount of Arafat for special prayers as part of the obligations of Hajj generally. The evacuation of the pilgrims took place in batches, with ladies first at about 2 a.m., followed by that of males. They were received and accommodated by the accommodation committee. The Zamfara State 3,102 and the Yobe State over 2,000 pilgrims were merged in the same camp. The defeated candidate in the just concluded elections for the 10th Senate President, Senator Abdulaziz Yari Abubakar, said he had received his defeat in good faith for the interest of the country and APC. He announced his stance in his hometown, Talata Mafara, while addressing thousands of his supporters. It could be recalled that the former governor of Zamfara State was defeated by Senator Godswill Akpabio with 17 votes, in which Akpabio, a former senator minority leader, polled 63 votes, while Senator Abdulaziz Yari scored 46 votes. For more on the story, Fawzia Ibrahim reports.
According to him, he had no regret for the defeat and attributed it to God's destiny. He promised to give all necessary support and cooperation to the new Senate leadership, President BOLA AHMED TINUBU and APC, for the development of the country. Senator Yari later announced a donation of 300 million naira to APC supporters across the 14 local government areas of the state for them to prepare for the upcoming Eid al-Kabir celebration. According to him, the gesture was to put a smile on the faces of the APC supporters and to help them celebrate the occasion with ease. Meanwhile, the Zamfara State chapter of the Progressive Congress has mourned the death of the former secretary to the Zamfara State government, Professor Abdullahi Muhammad Shinkafi, who passed away on Saturday in Abuja. In a press release, the publicity secretary of the party, Alhaji Yusuf Idris, said the party has received with shock the sudden death of Professor Shinkafi. Though his sudden death was devastating, it is with total submission to the will of Allah, who created life and death to all his creatures. Fawzia Ibrahim reporting for SVTV News.
The Zamfara State Sector Command of the Federal Road Safety Commission said it has deployed adequate personnel of the Commission to local government areas to ensure safety of road users during the forthcoming SALLAH festivities. The sector commander, Irodan Ladi, stated this while speaking to a correspondent via telephone interview. Irodan Ladi said the deployed personnel comprised co-marshals, special marshals, and other officers of the command in the state. He said the command has made adequate arrangements to ensure safety of motorists and other road users during and after the SALLAH festivities. He urged parents, drivers, and other members of the public to guard against any act culpable of causing accident or injury during the celebrations. Terrorists late night Sunday killed and set ablaze the house of Malam Nabanje, the vigilante leader of the Musa local government area of Katsina State. The hoodlums who stormed the community in large numbers also inflicted gunshot wounds on 2 other members of the community and carted away 3 women whom they reportedly had carnal knowledge of before setting them free. For more on the story, Rahama Ibrahim reports.
Malam Murtala, who spoke to newsmen on the development, however, said the hoodlums came primarily for Malam Nabanji, the head of the Vigilance Patrol Group in the area, whom they alleged has been responsible for the destruction of some of their hideouts around the Musa local government area lately. Immediately they arrived, they proceeded to Malam Nabanji's residence, spreading themselves on every route. Eventually, they found him under a tree, where they engaged him in a gun duel until he ran out of ammunition, then ran into a building where they rounded him and butchered him to death when their gunshots could not penetrate him. Confirming the report, spokesman of the Katsina State Police Command, ASP Sadiq Abubakar, said the incident happened, but the information did not get to the police until about 6 a.m. due to rainfall and network challenge experienced lately. Notwithstanding, immediately they received the report, their operatives went after them, and efforts is still ongoing with a view to arrest the perpetrators of the act. Meanwhile, ASP Sadiq said the State Commissioner of Police has condoled with the family of the late Vigilance Commander. Rahama Ibrahim Dosar, Standard Voice Television.
Kano State Government has concluded plan to reposition the iconic design on the demolished Government House roundabout to a more secure place at the Naibawa flyover outskirts of the city. Newsmen had reported that Kano State Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf approved the demolition of the iconic monument, stating that for security reasons, the monument has to be moved to appropriate place. A statement issued on Sunday night by Hisham Habib, spokesperson to the governor, said engineer Abba Kabir Yusuf, who met with the designer of the Golden Jubilee edifice, Kalsu Mehana, at the new site for the erection of the structure, expressed the government's commitment to infrastructural development. The Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Economic Summit Group, Laoye Jayeola, said about 20.5 million new babies in Nigeria had low weight at birth due to nutritional deficiencies. Mr. Jayeola said this yesterday when the NESG, in collaboration with eHealth Africa and the Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center, held a webinar with the title Developing an Integrated Food Fortification Compliance Framework to Address Micronutrient Deficiencies. While delivering the welcome address, the Chief Executive Officer of the NESG, Jayeola, said malnutrition deficiencies are of great concern to the NESG, with 20.5 million new babies and 14.6% having low weight at birth and 1 out of 5 children experiencing stunted growth. He said that in Nigeria and the rest of the sub-Sahara Africa, micronutrient deficiencies are common among the people due to overfarmed, depleted and nutrient-lacking soils, low nitrogen in most African soils, high soil acidity, infestation of crops by pests, and diseases and the adverse effects of climate change. The Nigerian Meteorological Agency has predicted cloudiness and thunderstorms from Monday to Wednesday across the country. NIMET's weather outcome released on Sunday in Abuja anticipated cloudy atmosphere on Monday with intervals of sunshine over the northern region, with prospects of morning thunderstorms over parts of Taraba and Kebbi. According to the agency, there are prospects of thunderstorms over parts of Borno, Adamawa, Bauchi, Gombe, Kaduna, Taraba, Kano, Katsina, Zamfara and Kebbi later in the day. Cloudy atmosphere is envisaged over the north-central region, with prospects of morning rains and drizzles over parts of the Federal Capital Territory, Kogi, Nasarawa and Benue. NIMET also forecasts thunderstorms and intermittent rains over most parts of the region later in the day. Cloudy atmosphere is envisaged over the inland and coastal cities of the south, with prospects of morning rains over parts of Ebonyi, Akwa Ibom and Cross River. The Cross River State Governor, Basse Otu, has ordered the immediate suspension of all cruise operations and all the activities at Marina Resort in Calabar over a boat accident that occurred on Saturday, June 24, 2023. The tragic accident involved 14 medical students, with 3 feared dead and 11 rescued. In a statement on Sunday by his Chief Press Secretary, Emmanuel Ogbeche, the governor also ordered that cruise boat operators, with the management of the state's tourism bureau, are directed to attend a meeting in the office of the secretary to the state government on Tuesday, June 27, 2023, by 12 p.m. Besides the cruise boat operations, the State Ministry of Transport is to immediately cross-check the safety standards and conditions of all boats operating in the Calabar waterways. The governor further asked that the police speed up investigation of the boat accident and prosecute those found culpable to serve as deterrents to others. Now on business news. The Abuja Electricity Distribution Company on Sunday said that electricity tariff across its franchise states will increase effectively from July 1, 2023. This was contained in a statement on Sunday night by AEDC. It stated that the review was due to the fluctuation of the naira and the exchange rate. The agency confirmed that effective July 1, 2023, there will be an upward review to the electricity tariff influenced by the fluctuating exchange rate. Under the MITO 2022 guidelines, the previously set exchange rate of 441 naira per dollar may now be revised to approximately 750 naira per dollar, which will have an impact on the tariffs associated with electricity consumption. For customers within Band B and C, with supply hours ranging from 12 to 16 per day, the new base tariff is expected to be 100 per kilowatt, while Bands A, with 20 hours and above, and B, 16 to 20 hours, will experience comparatively higher tariffs. Now on international news.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
At least 5 people were killed and many houses were burnt down in an attack suspected to have been carried out by Al-Shabaab fighters on a village in Lamu region near the coast of Kenya. The police report shows that the assailants, who numbered 20 to 30, raided the village on Saturday night, where they arrested the people and slaughtered them. A man who was the victim of the incident told the police that the attackers were wearing military uniforms. The attacks comes a week after an army vehicle hit an explosive device on the road, killing 2 of the country's top soldiers and injuring many others. In recent months, there have been reports of planting explosive devices on the country's roads, especially near the border with Somalia, where dozens of people, including security personnel, have died as a result of planting explosive devices. Lamu area, which is near the border of Kenya and Somalia, is facing frequent attacks by Al-Shabaab. Now on sport updates. Manchester City have submitted a £77 million bid for RB Leipzig's 21-year-old Josko Vardiol, with the Croatian being identified as a target for Pep Guardiola. Villarreal's Senegalese player Nicolas Jackson, 22, is on the verge of signing a €35 million deal with Chelsea after completing his medical on Sunday. Mikel Arteta says he is happy to stay at Arsenal and dismissed rumours of his move to Paris Saint-Germain. Meanwhile, Manchester United coach Erik ten Hag will let 11 of his players leave Old Trafford this summer, just as he is raising over £100 million for a major overhaul at the club. And that's all we have on news update for today, but before we go, a recap of the major headlines. President BOLA TINUBU to arrive in Lagos on Tuesday for SALLAH festivities. Former Zamfara State Governor Abdulaziz Yari says he accepts his senatorial president defeat in good faith. 20.5 million new babies suffer low weight. On business news, Discos alerts consumers that they will increase electricity tariff next week. On international scene, gunmen killed 5 people in Kenya. On sport update, Manchester City wants Vardiol for £77 million. Thanks for watching. That's all on the news. I'm Muhammad. You have a nice day.